Hello everyone and welcome back to a brand new video of Fox Flicks on Connie X. We're checking out a brand new vid of giving the Digimon Data Squad Digimon their own dark Digivolutions. Let's see these digital monsters become even more monstrous.
You knew this had to happen, didn't you? Did you really think just DNA digivolving the Data Squad partners back in September would be good enough for me? Good enough for you? No, of course not. So today I have teamed up with some wonderful artists to corrupt, twist, and make evil the Digimon Data Squad partner Digimon.
It's called Spooktober Spectacular.
3. Yeah, we're still in October in the recording of this.
And hey, petrifying paisanos, before we begin, I want to give a huge shout out to today's sponsor, Opera GX. Sponsors are always amazing for this channel and mean that I can... And let's get to the darkness. What is up, digital creatures? My name is Connie X, and welcome back to Khan Spooktober Spectacular. And yes, Dark Digivolutions for the Digimon Data Squad partners, and I know what you're probably thinking. Khan, Data Squad already has a type of Dark Digivolution in Ruin Mode, and yeah, I don't really like Ruin Mode. I don't know, I just personally think that Dark Digivolution is more interesting when it presents a new, more terrifying form for the Digimon in question. And Ruin Mode is just kinda Burst Mode recolor. So we wanted to go full send for this one and give the Data Squad partner Ultimates their very own custom Dark Digivolutions, because I think they deserve it. But don't worry, thanks to Alltrade, whose art you will also see later in the video, we have given the ones that do have Burst Modes their own recolored Ruin Modes just for the culture. And we begin with some guy 944 who took on the task of giving Lilamon a Dark Digivolution, which takes the form of Snapdramon. This femme fatale plant Digimon takes design inspiration from the Venus Flytrap and the Snapdragon. Because when Snapdragon...
I mean, I'm sorry to say this, but... Hot damn, some guy 944. Did you need to make all bust that busty? I mean, not complaining, but... Hot damn. Moving on.
Dragon pods die, they wither to look almost exactly like tiny human skulls.
That's
How freaky. Very appropriate for the season.
Oh yeah,
Snapdramon, as I said, is definitely a femme fatale, but is far from a lover. She's actually a rebellious street punk who is almost addicted to violence.
Oh, hell yeah.
With some guy 944 taking a lot of inspiration from the Japanese female delinquent look for her design. And yeah, if you wanted a Rosemon Ruin Mode, here she is too. And then is Chromon, who I commissioned Indominus Art to corrupt into Carrionmon. I thought it'd be interesting to explore Falcomon's Dark Evolution as something of a Ronin, a warrior with no master to contrast the ninja and samurai themes of the main evolution line. And Carrionmon fills that purpose, a bird of prey banished to the desert. Indominus gave Carrionmon a feather on its neck, which is directly stolen from Ravemon Burst Mode, and it directly affects the staff-like weapon it holds, turning the energy of it into something akin to burst energy. Carrionmon patches its rotting and falling apart body with tech it scavenges from other Digimon and other Digimon's data. And you may notice the green of its feathers, which we use as a nod to Vulturemon. I always like when Digimon can fulfill multiple purposes, kind of like what half my videos are about that aren't custom art, so I thought it would be fun if Chromon got a Dark Digivolution. It could also act as a regular Digivolution for Vulturemon, who I have become quite a fan of in recent months. But Carrionmon also kind of looks like it got contaminated in a hypothetical nuclear wasteland that it might dwell in. And of course, here's Alltrade's take on the Ravemon recolor for the culture. Then, moving on to Shoujinmon, the champion of Kamemon, Fuzzy twisted the lad into this, Kawatoramon.
Oh my
Kawatora means river tiger in Japanese, and is another name for the Kappa, from which Fuzzy and I agree to draw inspiration for this design. Kawatoramon leans into the darker side of Kappa lore, in which Kappas are accused of assaulting humans in water and removing a mythical organ called the Shirikodama from their victim's anus. Yes, really, Kappas are messed up. And that is...
Like, that's the actual mythology of the creature. Like, if you would look it up, you would read that these creatures would drag a human underwater, and then while they start to drown, they would... most commonly the intestines, before just ripping it right out of the ass. That's most of the time killing the people they were trying to get it from. That's right, I found a way to censor myself.
Inspiration is the orb you can see in Kawatoramon's hand, a Digicore ripped from the, let's just say, body of the Digimon that dared to fight it. What a freaky dude. But then we couldn't forget...
that wasn't too bad. We only saw the ruin mode colors for a little bit, but I have to say, that actually looks pretty good on that Digimon. I mean, the backstory is terrifying and very painful if you want to think about, but let's not and move on.
Kudamon and its ultimate form, Kirinmon, which I enlisted all trade to Dark Digivolve, corrupt the potential Royal Knight into Vanagandamon, getting its name from an alternate name from Fenrir, Vanaganda, as we did already create a Fenrirmon in the Frontier Corrupted Spirits video. All trade wants to say he got a lot of help from Capney on the design notes for this fearsome beastie, and Capney in particular helped with the head, horns, and the torn gums. All trade and I agreed it made sense to keep the Norse mythos Sleepmon or Kentaurismon pulls from, and felt that using a dog-like beast made sense, when considering Kentaurismon is the bestial royal knight, apparently even more so than Duftmon. This is most evident in how All Trade made the horns reminiscent of Kentaurismon. In addition, All Trade also added two fun references to Berserk here. All Trade said the Berserker armor just looked too nice not to try and pull from here and there, as well as referencing some of the very first designs All Trade did for the channel. In particular, the inspiration comes in that red lightning bolt-like pattern on the head and the collar. And out of the kindness and determination of his own heart, All Trade also felt compelled to, well, Gizmon is already kind of corrupted, so let's say further corrupted Gizmon, as it becomes a vessel of destruction in its own right, free of Karata, and that is Gizmon 2K. A Gizmon that is fused with King Drazil data. Gizmon 2K's name is a reference to Y2K, the event that feared all computers would go berserk when the clocks turned midnight on January 1st of the year 2000. This does break the naming convention of the canon Gizmon, as they're all named after personal computer models, the IBM personal computer in particular, but represents Gizmon moving away from being under Karata's control, and when fused with that Drazil data, perhaps even glitched out to enact its own chaotic machinations, and taking a form very much resembling a biblical angel. If we consider Algomon to be Data Squad's Diaborimon, 2K is Saver's Millenniummon. As All Trade said, the Gizmon line is visibly advancing. PT is quadrupedal and can't fly. AT can only fly and has no legs, and XT is almost human, maintaining its ability to fly. So the next step has to be more human, and seeing as I'm combining Drazil data with it, biblically accurate angel just makes sense. And yeah, I think it turned out wonderfully. And our penultimate Dark Digivolution is from Mephistoon, who Dark Digivolved Mac Gaugamon. To me, this was a clear opportunity to finally address the digital hazard seen on Mirage Gaugamon. And so what happens if Mac Gaugamon were to go through its very own Megidramon-style Dark Digivolution? What if Thomas's negative emotion fuels the digital hazard? Well then, we might get Jinro Gaugamon. The digital hazard has broken the mirage and revealed the true darkness underneath. A powerful predator fueled from the inside by the digital hazard. This snarling werewolf, which is where it gets its name from, Jinro means werewolf in Japanese, is an envoy of the darkness. Some details I love that Mephistoon included are the dog-like tongue and the torn and tattered Gaugamon-esque back claws. In addition, the variation on Mirage Gaugamon's torso being a more fearsome wolf-like creature instead of the kind of dog that we get on Mirage Gaugamon, and with those glowing evil eyes, is just great. Oh, and here's Mirage Gaugamon Ruin Mode. You see why I figured Dark Digivolutions would be more interesting? And then finally, Soru came in clutch to Dark Digivolve Rise Greymon. Well, kinda. See, I was thinking Rise Greymon and Shine Greymon form a phrase, Rise and Shine. And what feels like the opposite of Rise and Shine will maybe Doom and Gloom? So perhaps the ultimate could also be corrupted in this case, and Soru actually did a sick recolor of what Doom Greymon might look like. But I'm sure a lot of you have ideas in the comments and on Twitter too what that Doom Greymon might be. But whether it be Rise Greymon or Doom Greymon, their dark fate remains the same, as their bodies are twisted to become Gloom Greymon. And what a wonderful dark dino he is. Soru folded in elements from a couple of different sources, including Shine Greymon itself, as well as the railgun of Metal Greymon Ultra Mode / Metal Greymon Virus X Antibody, and even some Machine Dramon vibes for good measure. Gloom Greymon would be the scourge of the digital world and provide a challenge for even Marcus to regain control over. Imagine the destruction Gloom Greymon could do even to Balthamon Rage Mode. Frightening. I also really like that Soru took the sun or courage symbol from Shine Greymon's tail and turned it into a little crescent moon. Just great attention to detail. And I mean, in my opinion, much better than Shine Greymon Ruin Mode. So that is it. All our Dark Digital Digivolutions for the Digimon Data Squad team.
Great.
I know there's a couple missing here, but time, budget, and also how do you corrupt a chess piece? But we can of course get to those in a future video. Please do go follow all the artists. Their credit is on screen right now. Go get a commission from one or all of them. They definitely deserve it. And huge shout out to my sovereign ZDK14 as well as all the...
Alright folks, well that is where we're going to end off today's episode. I want you all to remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more. And down in the description will be a link to the original video, so remember to support the original creator and all they do. And I'll see all you folks next time when we flick on. Peace out.